when she looked up and she wanted to cry, I'm like, nah, bitch, you fucking guilty. How fucking dare you to say shit like that? Like, no, but that was so irrelevant.
You know what's so funny though, and I was actually gagging, and like people were saying all this bullshit. I'm the one that's more because Robert Garzus, that's I know him as Robert, but he was like, bitch, I might cry when I let this out because Loyalty, from what people have known, is a good guy. But when I seen the girls come, I was like, bitch, you got kids in like that one girl, number 8. I was like,
you know what? I need to move on.
She was like, we were intertwined. And I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you was intertwined, bitch, you got kids.
I can't.
In my opinion, Sybil is the worst bitch in the whole situation. Yep. Sybil is the worst bitch because you was the first bitch to know.
Exactly.
You was the one that woke all this shit up over a fucking PlayStation 4, you dirty cunt.
And you know what the sad thing is?
And you got mad because he was fucking a bitch named Channy who was supposed to be your friend. Bitch, you mad because a molester is fucking another bitch?
Right. Not only that, but you...
Not a PlayStation 4.
The sad thing is that you fucking knew and you waited for a time or a perfect time, told you thought, to fucking bring it to fucking light. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, y'all
now your shit finna get brought to the light.
Yo, Stone, follow me back, bro.
Type of shit. Nah, fuck that shit.
Wait, hold on. Oh shit, I thought I'd been clicked your shit. My bad.
That's all right, man. I understand. I'm a little guy, man. I understand.
No, you're not. No, let me tell you something. This has been the realest thing I've seen on Vegan in a long time because when Roger said this last year, people was like, "You're being a Karen," and then so for me, I was just like, "Nah." But when I was in this live tonight and I heard all the people protecting it, I knew. Bitch, what the fuck you mean you knew?
Yo, like, you wanna know what would have happened if Zeus was here? Zeus would have fainted, bro.
He don't even want to talk about it, but it just reacts. Well, first of all, let me tell y'all. So we're all in the same. I'm in 20's family and stuff like that. When 20 came up, and I was like, shit. 20 don't play like that. 20 don't play that shit. 20 don't.
Right.
That's horrible. I just can't believe he's sitting up here messaging Quinn and
That's one thing that got to me was that how are you gonna fucking be Beagle TV watching? Supposedly, because he said he was gonna go to sleep, he was gonna be off, but yet you're fucking Beagle TV watching and messaging all these other people, but yet you can't come to a fucking panel to fucking talk and fucking shake it up and bring these other motherfuckers that fucking you? Get the fuck out of here. No.
Hey.
You're fucking wrong.
It's no disrespect, but to any agency owners still watching on Beagle TV, just know, if you come fuck with me and I start asking you for personal information, don't look at me like I'm crazy. I just need to know who I'm dealing with.
No, I'm actually happy that he left because him leaving gave him more courage to spew more information, and him leaving also gave the other people more fucking ammunition to come up here and talk shit and try to whoop whoop whoop. Cause y'all all tried to turn on the nigga when the shit got hot. Y'all all tried to turn on this nigga for a bitch who got mad over some dick in a PlayStation 4.
You know what? And I have to give kudos to you, Haitian, because I saw what he was trying to do. He was like, yo, you know what? Hold on. Because he even said, I've been on the other side, and you know what? Like, I know how to interrogate, so my hat's off to you, Haitian. You know the type of shit you be doing, so...
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right when he does his job.
The what now?
Oh, I was talking about Fortnite and shit.
Nah, you know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. I thoroughly enjoy this app. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to this new month, September, 6 months of hosting. Organic. I'm looking to do business. Oh yeah, man! Shout out to all the the gala coming up too. The gala's coming up. Shit.
The gala event, yeah.
Don't even get me started with the gala.
So by the way, I gotta make this a plug. Anybody that have any situations, if you want to dispute something, you want to go over, debate something substantial with somebody, whether it be missing beans or whatever, I don't know, whatever issues you might have,
both of you guys are welcome to come to Midnight Court. I will take everybody's admin. I am incredibly fair, and we'll discuss it, and we'll try to figure it out, or somebody will get chewed out. That's the motto. Either we figure it out, or you get chewed out. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And we have receipts. We don't come here with no receipts, bro. Straight up. If you come with no receipts, you're in trouble. What's up, King K? How you doing? Fox One.
Hey guys, I was on mute. Hey everybody.
I'm feeling damn good, but I'm here.
I know Stone. I've been in his live before, and then Famous is in my family. So hey everybody else. The reason why I wanted to come up, thank you so much, Haitian, for letting me come up, and my voice is coming on. What you say? I'm sorry.
No. I gotta go in resting mode for a minute. But here's what I'm listening to you guys, so I'm just gonna mute. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay. The reason why I wanted to come up, this is my second month being on the app. I'm brand new to Bigo. And I don't know who the person is y'all are talking about, but with my 2 months of being on this app, I have seen...
What's up?
Oh, well, thank you. But I've seen so much stuff on this app to where I was, like, confused. Like, when I got on the app, I would get on Match, so I could try to meet people and stuff. And I noticed every time I was on Match, I was lining up with a bunch of kids, and then I would ask the kids, I would be like, are you a host? And they would tell me, yeah. And they were like 15, 14, 16 years old. And I was like, I thought this was like a 21 and older app. And then they would drop the call. So I had stopped matching. That went on for about like 3 weeks. Every time I would match, it would be a bunch of kids on the app. So I was confused because I was like, I thought this was an adult, platform. But when I came aboard, I never gave an ID either. So I could be a kid, if y'all get what I'm saying. Like, I've never showed proof of my age either.
Let me Haitian. Oh my God! Don't tell me you fucking vacated without transferring.
I'm right here.
Okay. You think you can transfer, bro? That way you can take care of your business.
Sure. Let me do it right now. So thank you guys for all the support. Appreciate you guys for sure. Thank you, Famous. First Lady, Karen, everybody, man. Stone, Kincaid, Samoya, everybody that helped out. Red, of course, much love. So all of you guys, thank you so much. I'm going to transfer live to box 4. So let me go and do that right now.
Be careful, guys. Where I stay, guys.
Kincaid, you're welcome to come in anytime and come participate on Midnight Court. You guys have any issues you guys want to resolve, bring it to court. Midnight Court.
We're going to thank you guys. I hope you guys are ready.
Much love.
Likewise.
Is a good choice, okay, so Andrew, you gotta go. Bye. Okay. That's what we're not doing.
I was like, I am not gonna sit on fucking box 8. Fuck that box. Fuck that box.
That shit leaves you disappeared, huh? Oh my God. Yeah, that was a good night though, man. We did good diligence right now.
That was the best Midnight Court. It was.
Yeah, but now I gotta put the petition together now. You know what I mean? I'll do that. I'll work on that before I go to bed. It's only gonna take me 30 minutes to put it together. I just need to find the proper properties so that way Bigo can't reject it. You know what I mean?
And honestly, I wasn't even gonna go, but something told me, and I'm like, it's just disappointing that you allow people like that to have agencies.
Yeah, I mean, I want you to understand there's a very sad side to this agency game. You know what I mean? And I've always said it. That's why when I relay information to people in my agency, I give it to them in raw form. The way I receive it is the way they get it. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of agencies. When I was trying to get my agency at the time, remember, nobody opened the door for me. No one vouched for me. I never got no letter of recommendation. I did that shit on straight grind. You know what I mean? Of course. What are you trying to share on your broadcast? You trying to share the content we just did? Yeah, of course. That's just public information, girl. Share it. Use it up. You know what I mean? To your heart.
Can I ask you a question, Famous?
What's up?
Okay, this is in reference to the app. You said that you want to do a petition about this. Is there any way, and I don't want nobody to get offended what I'm about to ask, but this is in reference to myself. Is there any way that they can start some changes with, like, when you come on the app, you know, when you come with agencies, and say, like, if it's just not a good fit, and then you want to leave them, and then they're not releasing you, and then when you try to contact Bigo is telling you have to take it up with agency. So it's like you in a win-lose situation.
Let me address that and give you the gray line as to why it's so hard, right? And it's gonna change. Trust me, the change is coming. You know what I mean? This is the problem. When we first fill out our forms to become agencies, right? We are given individual contracts. Every host under us falls under an umbrella underneath our contract. So it's not you guys that are contracted. The agency owners are contracted. And most of us have EINs. We have been to the Allopate records. We have done all the proper paperwork to make ourselves private entities, right? I at least hope so. That's what they're doing. So, for instance, like mine is a legit business. It has a physical address. You can send mail to the whole 9 yards. So, with that said, Bigo has contracted me, and anybody that has fallen under my umbrella is an employee of mine. So they're technically not an employee of Bigo. You just get paid through Bigo because of my contracted services. So therefore, the gray line is technically you are a host on Bigo, but you're only a host on Bigo because you are contracted through my agency. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep. No. So well, you're saying I know that information.
Yeah, so that's why it's a gray area, because at one time, Bigo used to have their own agency, which was called Bigo Agency. And the fact that there's a Bigo Agency, it was easier for hosts to vacate their agencies at the time. But the moment Bigo eliminated that, they gave all power to agency owners to dictate who stays and who goes. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
When it comes to challenging your agency to leave, you need to have 3 things in mind. You need to have grounds. One of the grounds that you need to have is negligence, right? That means like no communication, you constantly reaching out. The second, getting blocked, removed from chats, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? You need to have all that type of negligence, and you need to have that built up. You know what I mean? Another thing that you need. Another thing that you will need is that you need to make sure that there is a point during correspondence where you were threatened or you were hindered, because one of our underlying clause in our contract is we are not to hinder or threaten any of our hosts or any form of verbal abuse, any form of abuse. We cannot do that to our hosts. So if you're able to prove those 2 factors out of the 3, and the third factor is any form of late pay, like, you know, money missing, shit like that, you know what I mean? Which falls under like an embezzlement, you know, basically on our part. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to do those 3 things.
What day is payday?
So it depends. I wouldn't be able to say because I don't know who your agency is. But one thing I do know, like 96% of us are already on the back end system. They've been putting people on the back end system since late last year of November. Some of them even in October when they did the test run with some of them. You know what I mean? I got put on it at the beginning of the year in January. I opted out of direct deposit and I jumped on the back end, which is a way more fresher deal because I did it for my self-pay because I feel more comfortable releasing my pay through from here to Payoneer anyway. You know what I mean? So it just works out better. But I still hear that there's agencies that, like, constantly every month right after payday, I always hear the rumors, or I see it myself, by people being like, damn, it's already the 16th and my agency still hasn't paid me. Like, what? That don't even make sense because 96% of us are already on the back end system. understand what I'm saying? It's like it just doesn't make sense.
I'm hearing you, but I don't even know what Payoneer is. I don't know what none of that is.
Payoneer is a third party
my
service
stuff is just sitting there
when you're paid. So when you're paid, right? When you hit a quota, your wallet, your virtual wallet is going to open up. It's going to say cash rewards, cash out rewards. When you cash out rewards, it's going to give you 3 options. It's going to give you Payoneer Air Wallets, or it's going to give you your bank. You can put bank information. Don't use the bank option because it takes hella long for that money to arrive. You will be waiting because it's coming from, you got to understand, it's coming from international. International takes longer to clear by bank. So that's why they use Payoneer, because Payoneer is a third-party service, and Air Wallets, they're third-party services that deal with international pay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Yeah, because my stuff, you just been sitting there in the wallet.
Absolutely correct. To just like give it what it is and just call it what it is, agencies do hold the right to not release you. But if you're able to prove the grounds that I just claimed, then you can easily get released from your agency. Beagle will go ahead and and advise the agency owner, if you want to stay contracted with us, you need to do this. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen a group of times. Yeah.
Because I hear from some hosts on the app, they say that they have a signed contract with their agent. I don't have a signed contract. And then I hear people saying that they had to submit their IDs. I never did none of that. I just did an audition.
So once again, being a private entity, they have to take it upon themselves to drop their own contracts. But a contract is only valid if it has the right properties, right?
Okay.
It has to have the right properties. And if you don't know what those properties are, you can literally go on Google and look up what makes a contract a contract. And it will give you all the properties. Hey, good night, Jemmy. It will give you all the properties that are needed to understand them. You know what I mean? It's all about how you educate yourself. You know what I mean? And understanding how this stuff goes down. You know what I mean? So it's really not hard. It's really not rocket science. But there are, yes, I will agree, there is a lot of agency owners that go about their business the whole wrong way. And then they want to point fingers at good agency owners and be like, oh, well, they're doing this, they're doing that. Like, bro, you're only pointing a finger because you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird. Like that dude Loyalty Reloaded, the one we just put on court, he was trying to be the vindicator in one of my situations. You understand what I'm saying? And lo and behold, this man been doing this from 8 years back. You know?
Wow.
It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just wild, man. Shit is super wild to me, man.
So basically, you guys just found out that he was a pedophile. You trying to get him off the app? I'm gonna be real with you. I was chilling. Another agency owner that I know that is in high regard on the app contacted me and said, "Hey, man, I need to bring something to your attention. You have a pedo in your fucking agency network. I just removed them from all the chats that I'm involved in." I said, "Who?" He told me. I said, "Do you have the proof?" I said, I go, "You have the proof?" He said, "Yeah, here it is." He showed me the proof. I immediately removed him. I said, "Well, guess what? I'm about to wake it up on him. Is that cool?" He said, "Yeah, do your thing. This has to get out now." You know what I mean? Fuck all that pondering the evidence and trying to get everything. No, fuck that. Show me the proof, and we'll figure out how to lay it out after, as we go along. You know what I mean? And look what happened. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4? It was 4 people, right? 4 people got exposed. 4 people I am
were in
famous.
on it, and there's probably more.
Do you know this person on the app? What is it's like a Muppet.
Damn. What are you talking about? Smokey? Talking about Smokey? Kiki. Yeah, I know Kiki.
Okay, that live, I think everybody should go to her live. Every time I'm in her live and she matches with people, she be exposing them. And then she would say their name, and then when I Google it, it be true. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot of pedophiles on this app. And she exposed them when she matched up with them.
Are you serious?
Yes, every time she matched up with a pedophile.
Send me her Beagle ID. I'm going to check her out. I'm going to check her out from the window and see what kind of content
Because I be thinking it's a joke. Like, I'll think it's a joke because I'm thinking they're reading each other. And then she'll be like, it was a Muppet. You know, the Muppet talking to you. And she'll be like, y'all better Google that. That ain't no joke. And she would say the name, but then I'm Googling it, and I'm like, oh my God, that was real. And I don't know how she be knowing this, but she be putting them on blast when she matches with them. Well, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but it's a mother.
So this has been known for years. Oh my God! No, it's not that it's been known for years. Like, we just found out tonight. The moment me and Cool Haitian found out, we built the top on it. But as far as other people, some of the people that were involved with them been knowing for like over a year, and they were protecting this dumbass. And now they're all fucked with him because they're agency owners, or they're recruiters, or they're top hosts from an agency. Like, they're all fucked.
On more than one app.
Right.
Wow, I'm learning a lot from y'all tonight.
Cat Daddy said you got kicked out of agency chats, bro. Yeah, I got kicked out of an agency chat over 3 years ago. I got kicked out of an agency network chat because I shared a live. I shared a live at one of my host auditions. I thought it was a cool thing to do because it's all agency owners. Because I wanted to see people how I conducted business. I wanted other agency owners to learn by example on how to properly conduct an agency audition. And they kicked me out. They said it was a disruption. But yet they have all these weird motherfuckers in there all day talking about nonsense. And, or the other day, like in some of those agency chats, someone was calling me a poacher and everybody jumped on the dude's bandwagon. I don't need to poach nobody. I do all my recruiting from Instagram. I'm one of the most successful Instagram recruiters there is on this app.
Congratulations.
Actually, if people really want to know, that's really how you're supposed to recruit. You're actually not supposed to recruit people that's already on the app.
You want to know why?
Why they want to talk shit?
I was called a poacher because a girl came into my panel and shared her story about being banned for 2 weeks, and that her account was already 4 days old before she even got banned for 2 weeks. And supposedly she was going to do an audition. I told her, make your agency owner aware that your account might be too old so you don't waste his time. That's all I told her. I don't know what she went and told him after that, but I said it in the open panel with like fucking 9 people in my room. You know what I mean? And then the girl went, did something. He made a big fuss. And then, lo and behold, this dude is the actual poacher because he's recruiting all these people from the app, which is a big no-no. I tell people this time and time again, if you're an agency owner and you're recruiting from the app, enjoy it while it lasts. Because sooner or later, Beagle's going to catch you and they're going to terminate you.
A lot of hosts do that on this dang old app.
Right.
A lot of them. Because even when I went live on my first day when I was here, it was a lot. They still do it because I just finally got my badge because I was new. And they would still come in my room and they're like, are you new? You a host? And I'm like, no, I'm a host. Well, you don't have a badge. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm a host.
Yeah, be like, you know what I call that? I call that the flies to shit tactic. You know what I mean? It'd be like a bunch of flies on shit. You know what I mean? Like, I wish you guys
a lot of them do that on this app.
When I first started on the app, man, the admins were actually on the app at the time. They used to go live and everything. Admins used to be all over the place. So when people recruited back then, you had to recruit correctly. They used to have this whole section on Beagle called New Users, right? And everybody used to go through that section, and every dumb, unexperienced agency owner used to go through there and try to recruit. You don't even believe how many people were getting caught and losing their shit. You know what I mean? Now losing your agency is like a popular thing on this motherfucker. There's agency owners that lose their shit every day based on the most dumbest technicalities. You know what I mean?
But like that list that came out today, Famous, it was really crazy because I thought that meant the top agencies until I talked to our family leader, and then I was told something else. I was like, oh my God. They were like, that had nothing to do with the top agencies. But some of those agencies...
I'm going to tell you right now, like someone like me who has faced a lot of bullshit, like when it comes with my agency and how I run my agency and blah, blah this, blah, blah that. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you right now. People can say what they want, but ask the people in my agency how I really run it. They have no reason to lie. They'll tell you straight up, Famous, he's an asshole, but he does his agency right. I don't cut no corners. But they'll tell you, though, I'm a straightforward asshole because I don't got time to play, man. I don't got time to give you riddles, dumb it down, make it, I don't have time to make the situation as sensitive as possible so it doesn't hurt your feelings. Fuck that. I tell you how I know it. That's it. The way it's told to me, I tell you. You could accept the information or you can get hurt by it. That's your business, not mine. You know what I mean? People can call me heartless, whatever. I'll take all that. But don't call me a cheat, a liar, still. Because I don't get down like that with my agency. You know, so it is what it is. You know? But yeah, there's a lot of bullshit on this app, man. And that's why I want to give a shout out to all the agency owners who run their shit right. Old or new. If you're doing your shit right, you're gonna be successful on this app. If you cut corners, you'll regret the day you did. You know? That's just how it be, man. So how long you been in the family, Kincaid?
This month. I got in this month because I got on the app last month, but I won't be on the app anymore. Remember I just told you I don't want to talk too much over the thing with it, but yeah, I'm not going to be on here until I get out of my situation. You're welcome to hit me up on the side, and we'll talk in detail about it and figure out what the fuck. Yeah, I have an attorney and everything. It's really serious. Okay. And that's why, Bigo, the one who told my attorney that they have nothing to do with it. So that's why when you said that, I was like, I know exactly what you're saying because agents there trying to make it seem like it's Bigo, but Bigo responded back to my attorney and said, no, it's not them. It's me and the agent. Yeah. It definitely is. And my agent, she's not a bad agent or anything. I have an old agency manager that used to work for me. She was my homegirl. Cool as fuck, right? I don't have anything bad to say about her other than her work ethic she displayed while she worked for me. She came in. She's actually a paralegal. You know what I mean? In her own right, she's becoming a lawyer. So that's why I recruited her as my agency manager because I was like, oh, this girl got some bulletproof knowledge, right? I need someone like this on my team. Well, she started to recruit for me, and she brought me a plethora of people. You know what I mean? 1 month we recruited like 45 people. Out of those 45 people, only one stood hosting. So when I caught on to her bullshit, what she was doing was she was bringing me a bunch of people who were just doing the audition to just get my audition count done for the month. And then they would never show up. So I'm ending with all these extra ass people. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucking up my efficiency. So I had to spend 2 months. I heard those stories. Cleaning up the mess. But the whole thing is, she wants payment for her services. How am I going to pay you for a bunch of no-shows that only showed up to their agency audition and then bounced out the back door the very next day and joined other agencies? You understand the bullshit in that? So it's like, it's crazy. So then right away she jumped on the horn, got at the attorneys from Bigo, and Bigo told them straight up, oh, well, let us inquire and see what this is about. They asked me in a meeting, I told them straight up what it was, and they were like, oh, that's not our issue. That's between you guys. Say less. You know what I mean? And she has all my information, so if she wants to go to court over it, we can. She won't win. Yeah, that's really messed up. See, what my situation is, it's nothing bad. It was just strictly like, I just feel like, like how you said my numbers, I didn't realize that I was hitting certain tiers. Like, I wasn't paying attention. I told you, I never even took no money off the app. Like, I don't even know how to take money off the app. I don't know how to do nothing. I'm still learning the app. And people kept telling me, like, oh, my God, you hit the Millie thing. And I'm like, what? Because I was never paying attention. I don't never go on my home screen. I just stream every day. Like last month, I did 60 hours. This month, I did 62 hours. And I stream every single day because that's what I was told. You're supposed to do it every day. So my only reason was like, you know what? I'm investing this. You know, I'm doing all this stuff by myself. I'm not getting no type of, kickback. I'm like, I want some type of incentive. And it just wasn't willing to do that. So I was just like, well, just release me because I spoke with some other agents that's willing to do that. And it's been a hassle ever since. Because I'm like, that's not making sense. Like, if I'm going to be doing all this. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, man. It sucks because there's a lot of good people that come to this app with some real talent trying to do some real things.
these little money grubby ass little agency owners that don't know fucking left from right guide these people the wrong way, and then they're sitting there like fucking statues, not collecting no revenue. You know what I mean? Which hurts the app in the long run. You know what I mean? Because it creates a flood of just no efficiency. You know, it really brings down the morale of the app. You know. And it's like,
but I didn't know because people think just because you recruit a nice looking girl that she's just automatically just gonna bring in the millions of beans. It doesn't work like that. I don't care how cute you are or how handsome you think you are. You got to put in the work. Consistency and focus is the key. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a long shot. Because I don't consider myself to be a handsome individual. I consider myself to be a pretty rugged looking dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't get these numbers from sitting on my ass. I worked for this shit. All of it. You know what I mean? You are right, because I was just telling Star how I'm exhausted. Because this month I was exhausted with all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not about to be doing all this and I'm not getting a cent of this. I'm like, I can't do it no more. Like when I tell you I've been affecting my other businesses, this Bigo has affected my other businesses. So I'm like, right. It's time for me to pause until we can get on the same accord. I feel that to the fullest. But I hope you, like, I'm going to tell you straight up, I hope you get your situation fixed, man. And I hope you're able to, surround yourself in an agency that's actually going to do you right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I hope that happens here. Yes, because I love the people I connected with. Like, the people I connected with so far in this 2 months of time, I don't be in no drama. I don't know no negative on this app. The Orr family had me a part of some things this month. I was so happy about that. And then the U.S. Life House had me a part of the All-Star because they said something about I was like an All-Star on the app or something or whatever. And it's like all this stuff is happening so fast. I'm like overwhelmed. It's a lot. Right. But I do like the people that I met so far. I love you a lot, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, Oh, no problem. One of the guys in my family, he always talk about you. He was like, Famous? I'm like, I don't know Famous. He was like, he in the same family with you. I'm like, well, I don't know him. I know the people who I know. He was like, you don't know everybody. I said, that family got too many people. I know Star, Aquarius. I said, I know them people that be coming that talk to me and I go talk to them. I'm like, it's too many people in the family. So that's why I was shocked today when I came to that live. I said, finally I get to meet Famous. Yeah. Official Bags, because he always talk about you. What's his name? Bag Talk. Official Bags. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yes, he talk about you every day. Oh, my God. Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. He cool people. He was like, Moni, you got to meet Famous. I'm like, well, maybe I will see him one day in the group chat and I can catch it. Because the group chat is going crazy. Usually when people meet me, I'm in the midst of a hurricane. You know what I'm saying? So. Oh. Because I be trying to hop in them lives. Whoever posted that live, that's how I got live, because it was in the group chat. My dumb ass always finds a way to get into some type of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in the midst of somebody's stuff. Yeah, but it's all for good reason. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a firm believer that all publicity is good publicity. You know what I'm saying? Some people agree with the way I do things. Some people don't. For the ones that don't, don't hold your breath because ain't nothing changing. You know what I'm saying? And I got a question for you, Famous. Sorry to cut you off. In the family, when I was looking down, like the members in our family, when you go look at like where your points at, to see if you're doing your points, I noticed some of you guys got these green hearts, and they never told me to put a green heart, so I was confused. Oh, yeah. I was like, so just so you know, the green heart stands for GHG, which is Green Heart Gang, and basically it's a thing that Flex from our family put together. So it's a networking group that operates outside of the families. So if we don't have family members to get a hold of, we can always turn to someone with a green heart and be like, hey, we need this at a PK. We'll throw it right back. You know what I'm saying? It's just a networking group. That's all it is. Oh, I was like, Star didn't send me that and she be wearing a damn green heart. Yeah.
So the main people from that group is Flex and Mistress. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Me and Star, we just recently joined it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now I get it, because I was so confused. I'm like, why in the hell?
Yeah, but it's definitely a good networking group. You know what I mean? If you're really trying to, like, you know, step your network up, it's definitely a group worth, you know, checking out and getting to know.
Yeah, she put me in one. Her and Aquarius put me in the networking one, and that's how I met all these people I've been meeting now throughout the Bigo.
Yeah, I got my little network groups. You know what I mean? I got one on WhatsApp as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to that shit, you're trying to be successful. There's never too many you can have. You know what I mean? So that's for sure. You know what I mean?
Yep, and being with the right people, because I thank God I have not ran across no scammers, no bad business. I'm so blessed on that, because I done heard a lot of stories on this app.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, man. But you know, I represent the goodness that came out the hood. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some good ones that came out the hood. I'm one of them. You know, so I like to shout out people that, you know, started from a struggle and better their lives. You know. Damn, I can't believe it. I got 60 hours in this month. Tomorrow will be 62 hours.
I'm with you.
Like, what the fuck? That's the most hours I've done in a long time. Let me tell you.
So you host and you run your agency. You do both.
Yeah, I host. I run my agency. Yeah. I do it all single-handedly.
So you like start a little zombie, because she be like a damn zombie running through this damn app.
Oh man, Star is a very different individual for sure. You know, she
be texting me early in the morning. Do you got a PK? Did they give you another one? I'm like, let me check
she
the
be
list.
on it, man.
I'm like, let me check the list and see if I got approved.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she runs around at 1,000,000 miles per hour, but one thing that girl does, she makes sure she gets her bag, you know?
One thing I will say, I don't know what it is about her, but when I started PK, I would tell her to just come in my room, and then they just let me have it. It'd be so weird. I just be like, just come through right quick.
Yeah, she definitely carries an intimidation level in PKs. She don't really lose too many.
Yeah, because at first people were doing that bullying. You know, they was like, you know, I'm taking it, and I was just like, okay, like, damn, we ain't talk about it. But now when she come over there, you know, we can talk it out first. I'm like, good.
Right. Yeah, no, she definitely does her thing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
How long have you been on the app?
Believe it or not, I've been on the app a little over than 4 years now. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you start out hosting, or you started out with an agency?
Nah, man, I started out with an agency. I was originally a gifter, not a big gifter either. I was a little baby gifter. You know what I'm saying? By the time I got my agency, I probably already had like 50K, you know, gifting. You know what I mean? And it just went up from there. You know what I mean?
So is it really hard? Like, if you haven't, well, can I get your permission to ask you this question about an agency?
What's up?
Okay. Is it really hard? Like, if you had an opportunity to get your own agency, do you have to still host, or do you need to still host?
Hosting is a selective option. You don't have to host if you don't want to host. But I mean, if, like, say for instance, your agency owner helped you get an agency, I mean, it would only be right for you to continue your hosting to show them your appreciation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm not thinking about no agency. Somebody else I met on the app, she wanted to get an agency, but she didn't know if she would have to still host.
No, you don't have to be a host. No. There's people that haven't even spent a day on Bigo, And because they have the experience and they're able to show the ethic that they're able to produce what they talk about, Bigo gives opportunities to people that don't even be on the app. They reach out to other platforms and they see people that have good management and they try to recruit them by giving them agencies here. And that's how they get some of them. I know a couple of agency owners that never did a day of hosting in their life on Bigo. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's all about your etiquette, girl. You know what I mean? Your resume means everything. Especially when it's
because I wouldn't mind doing the agency thing, but when I be hearing everything y'all got to do, I'm like, ooh, that's a lot. You got to keep it.
Yeah, but see, that type of shit shouldn't even affect you because if you're going to run your shit, diligently and respectfully, you'll never have to undergo that type of treatment or tolerance. You know what I mean? Like your game is supposed to be A grade. You know what I mean? As long as you're trump tight, you're good. You know what I mean?
No, that ain't what I was talking about. Maybe I was talking fast. I was saying that what y'all have to deal with recruiting every single month. I'm like, that seems overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, the recruiting, you know what? They got real lenient on that. Like, you just need 7 people per month now. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I've been on this motherfucker where you needed 20, then 10, now it's 7. You know what I mean? A month. That ain't hard. You honestly, you could get 7 people in one day. So these
Famous, that's a lot to me, but you coming from 20, that's easy. But 7 is a lot to me.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised how easy it is once you get out there and start doing it. You know what I mean? It's not really as hard as you think it is. But we got some lazy-ass agency owners that want to sit around and cry about how my agency is failing. Nobody wants to help me. Get your lazy ass up and work. It's not hard. When I'm on Bigo, and I be in other panels, and I be cammed down, I be on my other device on different apps, recruiting. I invade the shit out of Bigo's competition. Let me tell you. Or whoever they consider competition, competitive apps or whatever. I go on those apps and I recruit the fuck out of all of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we're supposed to do.
So that's what them people do when they be in my damn Instagram inbox.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do. I go to Instagram and I'll shoot out, I look for Instagrams that got emails, right? So I'll go and I'll get 1,000 emails. But I'm not going to be real with you. I haven't done 1,000 emails in a while because, man, there's a lot of shit to go through. But the average, I'll do 200, 300 emails, 2 times a week. So that's 600, 400 emails a week. That's what I average. And then I'll send them out. And out of that, I'll get I'll get a cool 60 responses out of those 60. I'll get about a cool 20 turnouts. And out of those 220 turnouts, I'll get a good batch of 8, 9. You know what I mean? And out of that 8, 9, 4 of them stick with it. That's the true statistics of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta understand, I'm not using tactics I don't try to woo these people with money or try to show them what I know. I give them a raw experience. Hey, my name is this. I don't let them know what I've done. I want them to learn for themselves. You know what I mean? What it could be. You know what I mean? I show them
I think that is the best standards.
Way. Huh?
I think that's the best way. Let them learn the way they're going to do it.
I want
some of these people come straight at you and invest.
People that come and see me with super duper high numbers and they just automatically assume, well, he did it, he's going to get me there. No, I ain't going to do a motherfucking thing. You going to work for this bitch just like I did. You know what I mean? Because when you learn how to work for it, you appreciate it more. You know? And that's the truth. So that's all that is.